All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Therapy. You have Mr. G Money over here, and you got myself, Fuma, and you got the Honorable Mr. Zamn. How you doing today, Mr. Zamn?
Good afternoon, Fuma. Thanks for having me on. G Bunny, much respect, sir. Love what you guys are doing. It's an honor to be here.
Okay. Before we get started, I always got to set the tone and the mood of a show. So let me do one thing, and then we can get into it. Let me just go ahead and put this on for everybody. And we'll just use this as some background music. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see.
Okay. I got you.
So G Money, so for all you guys in the chat, we're gonna let Mr. Zamn introduce himself and tell us a little bit about himself, and then we'll get into some questions, and you're gonna see Fuma get on some antics. But go ahead, Mr. Zamn. You got the stage, sir.
Awesome, man. Thank you guys again for having me. Mr. Zamn, one part of TruFi DAO LLC. We are a Wyoming-based company, and really, really excited to be working with everybody, not just on XRP Ledger, but we do a lot of cross-chain pollination with the Solana teams, Ethereum teams. Definitely, our work mostly consists of people that have projects on XRP Ledger. And from time to time, you might see me grab the mic. Stone and I attended pretty much every conference that had anything to do with blockchain in the past year. And we're recently coming off of, actually, some people are still there in Cancun for our first inaugural XRPL Cancun family experience.
Man, that's dope, man. We had Keita on here, and she promoted it, man, and we promoted it with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was trying to go, but things kind of changed career-wise, so I had to slow it down. But G, ask questions, man, because this is gonna flow quite nicely, bro. I mean,
yeah. Well, G asked the questions, but I have no script, no dialogue here, so we're gonna get and make this an interesting conversation for sure.
No, absolutely. So, how did you get started? I always want to know people's kind of origin stories, like what brought you in.
Yeah, our origin story is very, very interesting, and it started with I told you the story before from I think Super Bowl 2016, Atlanta, New England's. The score ended in regulation at 28-28. My brother and I had 8-8 on Super Bowl poll, and pretty much impossible numbers to hit the grand prize on, and we actually did hit that 8-8. So right from there, we knew we wanted to get into investing. So we studied short-term investment strategies with Julian Stewart for a year and a half. So that basically taught you the world of option trading. And ever since then, we were plugging in, and we started hearing about To the Lifeboats, CKJ Crypto News, Digital Asset Investor, all the early guys that went to YouTube and started their creation processes. And we plugged in, and there were a lot of really, really early supporters there. People like Steak and Bake Bully, part of the International Bullish family, Bullish Chris T, who recently partnered with Lady Dev and her husband Click. They have a exchange called Lady Cafe. They're doing really, really good on NFT market. But the journey started there, and what it led to was I went to Wharton for blockchain education during the start of the bear market. So I think this was like 2022. Took courses there, learned a lot about Algorand, a lot of the early blockchains that weren't developing, and trying to get out of that incubation phase. And eventually from there, we just kept plugging in, finding out about great people like you guys here. And it's just been an awesome journey. Like 10 years of being in blockchain, you see a lot, do a lot, and there's been a lot of learning lessons along the way as well.
Okay. I mean, I got tons, but go ahead, G. I'll let you take it.
So it's great to hear that you took some winnings and then trying to figure out a way how to invest, and then hearing that you step on the educational side of being able to learn with this crypto and blockchain technology.
Right.
From what you're seeing from then to now,
Oh wow.
where do you see it going?
Man, light speed.
I'll give it any secrets. I know you probably signed a few NDAs, but
Yeah. We do. But it's light speed ahead. When you find that people in other countries now have projects that they reach out to you for, and they want efforts to exist not just here in the homeland but abroad, and then the awareness that comes out of collaborations and partnerships. This is really going to be a huge ecosystem developed on so many scales higher. I'd say in 3 to 5 years. 2030, we think it looks different now. I mean, with tech advancing the way it is, it's going to be really exciting to be a part of, for sure.
So tell us a little bit about TruFi DAO. Like, what are your core concepts and your core items and how you've expanded?
Yeah,
Hey guys, I don't have a script. I've been thinking about this.
That's fine. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate the questions. These are really good questions. And I didn't have my usual bourbon that I have when I'm talking to you because I'm not relaxed at all. But no, seriously though, TruFi, we had a desire to meet people on the ground level. So people that are actually on Web 2 processes right now that don't understand blockchain or Web 3, we want to make sure that they have a way to have a gateway. And what we do is provide that gateway. We sit down, we talk about people that have projects. They may even be in business for themselves, and they want to bring RWA to blockchain. We sit down with you. We really find out what your pain points are. We don't focus on just hyping you up and telling you you're going to have a magnificent business if you work with us. We really want to hear where the struggles are. And when we understand where your struggles are and what you would like your company to see or what you want to have done, from there we go to work. And it's not just a TruFi process. Many partners that we have, if it's something that we personally can't do, we'll be happy to do that bridge and collaborate you with the right people in the right places. Sometimes it might even be an entirely different team. But what we do is we help write a process. It's very well thought out. And then we give you the steps to execution. We really try to keep the sauce in-house because there are a number of things that come along with that. It's not just, have a conversation and then write something down, push it through AI, and then we spit it back out. That would really, we wouldn't even be in business right now if we operate on that model. So there's a lot of thought that goes into it. We talk to people like people from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce here in New Jersey. My mentor, Dr. Jairo Borja, he teaches quarterly programs where he'll take a team of entrepreneurs and then they have brainstorming sessions and they bring the ideas together. And then he brings in people that he works in with the state here in Jersey, as well as abroad. And sometimes he may even find himself on a plane going to find out about a specific project that we have in mind, and we need to investigate the team, boots on the ground. We've kind of worked out a way where that's kind of part of what we do too. So we go to where the people are. We're really trying to bring a lot of people that are on Web 2 to Web 3, and that's really the crux of where we are right now. The DAO component, what we're doing with the DAO portion is we're getting ready to start a series of actual votes, because a DAO has to have some voting done within the first year of being in operation. And if you don't do that, sorry, I gotta mute you 1 second.
No worries.
1 second. It's okay. Sorry.
So Fuma,
What's up?
I think we need to also break down what a DAO is, because we may have folks watching, because he's talking that next level, right?
Yeah.
Being able
So
to take there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him because.
Sorry about that.
No, go right ahead. So can you do us a favor? Can you break down what a DAO is for the people who just don't know?
Okay, yeah, DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. And what that does is, some people register companies as an LLC. But what happens with a DAO when it's structured properly, your operating agreement exists as a kind of like Bible And in that Bible, there's things that you can actually do that typical LLCs can't do. You can actually create dunas, which are smaller organizations within the DAO that you put them into incubation programs where they actually can, build their business. And as they're building their business up, they can become an actual DAO themselves when it's structured properly. So there's a number of things that can happen. You have voting rights. You have a number of things that probably I don't want to get too deep in the weeds in because there's a lot of technicals, a lot associated with it, but it gives you a lot of ways to help companies that you work with do bigger and better things. And the governance allows it to be done where if things are written in-house, you get the legal teams together that can kind of structure the paperwork properly. You get a really fine finished product that everyone can be proud of once they accomplish a lot of their goals.
Yeah. Okay. As far as real world assets in this portion of the business, are companies coming to you and saying, I'm just going to give an example. I don't know if this is true or not, and I could be totally off base, and says, I got 1 billion pounds of coal, but I want to put it on the blockchain to be sold or swapped or managed. Is that what that entails? Or when it comes to the real world asset section of the business?
Yeah. So again, you can have the ideas. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't really fit, something that we be happy to take a part in and help, produce a pilot program for, we'll consider it. But it comes from conversations. It comes from doing a lot of research. It comes from just being able to understand where the blockchain is today without having the acts fully implemented. There's going to be, once these things are voted in, there's review periods after, and then the laws may change. So we want to make sure that whoever we're working at, we're staying within certain parameters. We definitely don't want to do anything or advise anybody to get into a situation where you'd have any of the organizations like SEC or FINRA coming at you or looking at us because we told you something that, may not be correct now, even though the rules may change later. But a real world example that I can definitely tell you about is Kita and her products. Kita had been approached by Bearded Ape Society about making a beard oil, and she had never done a pilot program with another company and partner in a way where the would be split an entire launch. We had built a website so it could accept XRP as payment. A number of things like that had to take place, and had to be a lot of thought processes put in order to just get that done. And that was executed last October, actually. October 31st was when she launched the beard oil with Bearded Ape Society, and her products from then have just caught fire. She has a lot of testimonies from people that have really supported her and love her products. And she's just a great woman overall. She does a lot. Yeah. Oh, my man, Gmoney, you tried it?
Yeah, he got
Excellent.
it.
Excellent. Yeah. The growth is serious, right? Yeah. So yes, that was something. The beard oil came out of us putting the collaboration together with her, Kita's Brew, and Bearded Ape Society. But we do things like that. We listen. I could give you some examples, but again, it's tough to talk about specifics.
We love all that here.
NDAs and stuff, but
okay, I get you on that.
Yeah. So Fuma, can I go one more?
Oh, go ahead, man. We got all night.
All right. So this is not going to be in the NDA side. So what you've done, you're seeing the market now with crypto, and hopefully the Clarity Act should pass in September.
Right.
How is that going to help the masses? What does TruFi DAO LLC for the masses here stateside?
Yeah, we're the Web3 growth engine. So if you want to figure out, once everything's in place and you feel like your company can really take advantage of, or wants to learn more and how they can participate with blockchain tech and have rev come from this source, we'll go ahead and do the investigative work for you. We'll really listen intensely. We don't just come up with one solution. We'll give you 2 or 3 possible solutions to get you to where you need to be. And then at that point, it's a decision made. We get some paperwork signed, and then we go to work.
Okay. So let me back up 2 things real quick. So a person comes to you and says, hey, I want a Web3 company. I don't have any LLCs or anything set up. Do you help them with that approach as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We show you the step-by-step process to get it done, where to register, what to consider when you are registering in a specific state, because some of the rules are different in every state, laws and bylaws also. And once that decision is made, we go ahead and find out how, we don't take care of the actual paperwork. We want those things to stay with the individual. We just provide the guidance that you need. Hey, big bro, how you doing? Yeah, and at that point, once you come back to say you've done steps A through E, then we go ahead and get the pilot going.
Yeah, man. We on this show or these shows that we got, man. We are big proponents of setting up LLCs, companies. Shameful plug for the Invisible Engine.
That's your book?
No, this is actually Crypto OG's book.
Oh, I gotta get that. Gotta pick
Yeah,
that up.
man. It's under Blackwell Media.
Mhm.
It tells you everything about setting up LLCs, especially out of Wyoming, how to protect your privacy and all that type of stuff.
Oh, beautiful.
That's why I was
Crypto
asking.
OG's on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's on it, man. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not trying to say how can I say this. Yeah, he on it, man.
Excellent. Glad to hear
Other
that.
people, they do the same thing. They charge a premium. He's got a lot of information in the book, and what we teach is, hey, at least get the book. It's $15. Read it so that when you go to do it, you understand what you're doing, or at least you can ask the correct questions. But if you, the way the book is structured, man, if you follow that book, literally follow the book, it's you go to Wyoming LLC attorneys and just tell them what to do verbatim, and you're good. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg. You don't got to pay 4 G's.
No, you don't. You're not at all. I think. Well, I won't say exactly, but read it.
Yeah, we already know.
It's very, very inexpensive if you know what you're doing. If you read through the paperwork and do everything on your own. I think the most difficult part with actually having a DAO though is getting that 256 hash, because that does take some legwork, and you need some people with a little bit of technical prowess to actually have that.
Yeah, I was on. I constantly go to Wyoming, not Wyoming LLCs, but Wyoming Estates, their website, and I look at the DAOs that have been formed on there and what's in their wallets.
Right.
I'm just like click. I'm like, the first time I found that, and I'm gonna let you get on. I didn't know it was like that, and what really popped out was how many people on their DAOs had their home address on it.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
big mistake.
And was telling us what's in the bag.
Yeah, big mistake. You do not do that.
Yeah, what's in the bag. I was like, and I was so paranoid. It's funny, when we got to Vegas, I spoke to what's her name? This one lady who's really into Wyoming LLCs and stuff like that. You know her. I just can't remember the name. And I was like, I found something. Can you look at it and make sure I'm not crazy? And she was like,
was it Lady K?
No, it wasn't Lady K. It was it's gonna, matter of fact, I got her on my ex because I had to talk to her, man. I was like, am I crazy? And she was like, nah, you ain't crazy. It was what is her name? It's gonna come up. Lady Dev. Yeah. Yeah, I had to talk to Lady Dev.
She's part of the team of Lady Cafe.
Yeah. So I had to talk to Lady Dev. I was like, yo, am I crazy? And she was like, nah, you ain't crazy.
I'll tell you a quick story, man. And this was actually had to do with the whole Bearded Apes launch, man. That team, Click and Lady Dev, they did about 6 months of work in a week for us just to get the launch to happen on time. Like, I had no idea. Well, we had no idea that it was that, really, really intense in terms of structure and, doing all the things to accept payments on the regular website in XRP, because we really thought that at the time, people would just gravitate and really, come in and just be willing to pay in XRP. But those were learning lessons we learned as well, because some people still prefer credit cards. They don't trust either relinquishing their crypto enough to make payments in XRP. But the other thing too was the ability and the fluidness that comes with just using your typical payment rails. So we learned a lot of lessons there too. Those actually rolled into this XRPL Cancun experience this year as well. So we were a little bit late to start receiving payments there. We tried to go strictly XRP through Ticket Mob and Merch Mob, who Stone is part ownership with, along with Harris and his team. They're all great individuals, and they've been hard at work trying to make sure that these payment rails, these ways that mom and pop shops to very, very professional companies receive payments in crypto. Those processes take a lot of work, but big shout out to Lady Dev, because her and Click, they go hard, and that's why their website has been so successful with Lady Cafe, because they've done 3 audits. They did all of the work that needed to be done in order for them to be very, very successful today.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think you guys are ahead of the curve, man. Offering these services off the bat and doing this off the bat, you're so far ahead of the curve. And I think a lot of businesses think that, when it comes, it'll be easy, right? It's easy integration. Nah, not if you guys don't have the skill set in house already.
Yeah.
And how do you go ahead? Go ahead. You got anything? Because I got some more questions. We can go back and forth.
For me, I was going into some more people that are part of the team behind TruFi, but I'll let the questions flow in, and then I'll be like, well, this person, like, we really have a great team behind us over here, man. And they're very, very humble people as well, but they've been around long enough to see where things need to go. And anytime we have meetings, we sit down and really hash things out. And the way that some of these people are so innovative, and they're, like you said, ahead of the curve and forward thinking, and a couple guys on the tech side, just they blow us away with the way that they can help facilitate when somebody has these ideas. Because Steak and I, we do enough when we're meeting people and talking to them. So we're not really heavy on the tech side. So we knew we had to bring people in that could actually take care of the tech for us. And that's kind of the way things work. Like, the synergies have just been lining up. It's been a really great experience for our first year.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mr. Zamn, I mean, in your opinion, I don't think we're Web3 yet, right? I think we're almost like Web 2.2.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
When do you think we're going to hit that Web 3? Because I think that's when it's going to take off. So in your opinion, when do you think we hit Web 3 really?
I think a number of things need to happen. And it's not just passing acts. It's not just, people using specific blockchains the way they've been intended to. I think it also comes along with mass adoption. I think it's when people are no longer using cash at all. I think once cash is fully eliminated, to me, that's the biggest sign that Web3 is truly functional.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to come in a couple waves as well. Like, I think schools, academia, they need to start teaching it.
Yes.
And in order for them to start teaching it, the pioneers of right now are going to have to say, I'm no longer pioneering, I'm academia. I'm going to academia side to teach it to get more pioneers.
Yeah.
So, and I think both of y'all have been professors in your careers. I'm the only non-professor up here.
Well, my background's in engineering, man. I started at Lucid Technologies in '94. I was like 4 years into the Army, because I started Army like right after my junior year of high school. And then eventually I got into reserves once I got full-time with Lucid, which eventually became Avaya. So that was my journey there. I started with fiber installation, and those were the kind of indicators to me that show that the tech was being beefed up enough to handle these huge data networks that we see today.
Yeah, he was my competition.
What's that?
He was my competition. Yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh
tell me,
yeah.
y'all. Go ahead, y'all. This is,
I was with Siemens, so
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes.
on the
Yes.
digital
Oh
telco
man.
side. So yeah. I was following y'all. We were tracking y'all.
We were tracking you guys too, and that's what. Hey, they breed a good competition, right? And now look at the tech today, man. So many of these legacy systems that were doing VoIP work. Just like VoIP was like huge 20 years ago. That was the big thing. So look at where VoIP actually took us to today. Like these massive data centers, and everything is fiber optic connected. I think it's the only way that we're able to actually have blockchain function the way it is now.
if it wasn't so to tell you how serious fiber is getting in my area, at least even in the residential side.
Yeah.
We've got fiber with MetroNet that's at the house right now. And then we still have Bright House, which is still coax, but they're getting ready to run fiber to everybody's house. And then AT&T literally right now is running fiber to everybody's house.
Wow.
So it's like 3 different varieties of fiber coming to everybody's house right now.
Yeah.
So
and we're on the heels of this 6G. That's the first time I'm actually looking at the tech like, 6G is a little serious, man. It's starting to get there too. But I had a buddy that was like really, really paranoid about 5G coming in, and with radio transmissions and things like that. He actually left the company that we worked with because he was that adamant about not being around it that much. I don't know where he lives to this day, but now that I see the power that 6G has, it's really it's amazing on one hand, but also you want to know how it's going to be affecting us as individuals.
Well, you can find out by running it and see if there's any birds or insects. If you ain't got no birds or insects, can you find a roach? That's the question.
Yeah, seriously. But Gmoney, big shout out to you, man. Much respect, because you were building legacy systems to help get us here, man. So I love that. That's your background.
That's a low key list. He said you was building legacy systems that
I mean, back then it was future thinking. Now it's old.
Yeah.
We were taking the what was it, the relay telcos, and we putting in the motherboards and everything and taking them off of reel to reel and stuff like that. So yeah, trust me, I understand.
Yeah. Big stuff.
All right, so I gotta ask the question. 2030, where do you see the industry at as far as blockchain?
I think spaces will change. I love spaces the way they are now, but I think people are going to be flocking to shows like you guys show here with cryptotherapy. I just see that you're going to need more visual representation than just hearing it. It's cool to have. It's like X to me is like radio used to be before TVs got popular. So 2030, we'll be on spaces for the tool that they are, but people are really going to want to see things visually when it comes to learning and understand blockchain. And I know that some people have been very, very adamant in doing it, but a lot of it is repetitive. A lot of it right now is just, people using word salad. A lot of it is also people just, piggybacking on what they heard early in the day. And then, the people that are late to the party, if they're already following that person, they're just, saying the same thing pretty much. And honestly, the song and dance about dates, pricing, all the things that we used to get so hyped up about, like you see things slowly getting away from that because it's really not about that at all.
Yeah. So my thoughts about this whole thing was, number one, let's talk about YouTube. I just didn't want to repeat what nobody else was saying.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly
so
that.
I took one avenue of shout out to Berserker, the music guy. Like, I just want to play music and we talk about a little tech and some crypto. I'll go over the numbers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then shout out to Nina and oh man, I'm losing my brain right now. But shout out to Nina and Marvin. When we started cryptotherapy, it was, let's just talk to the community, man. Let's just vibe out and so forth, right? And then get it from there. And then we got coffee time, and you got Coffee Time, and man, why can't I think of stuff right now? Berserkers,
Berserker show.
yeah, he in the chat. Yeah, some of that. They got a rocking show.
Uncle Buster,
Uncle Buster, Coffee Time, and in the boardroom. So I was like, man, like I said, I see the flavor, but I try to make my own lane, and we try to do our own lanes here, and try to make sure that everybody can cohabitate. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be a lot of visual. I think it's weird because I think the people who are here today may not be here tomorrow. Yeah. And I never thought I'd see that. Like where certain people like they strong and they fall off. You like when I say fall off, they just they burn out. So I think it's going to be very important for at least for me in the next 4 years to keep interviewing people who are doing stuff and being innovative.
Yeah.
And just showing what their assets and their talents are.
Yeah.
But I think I know you guys got a solid foot. Gmoney, I seen them at XRP Vegas. When I saw that, I was like, oh, they got the game on lock.
No, it's just a great family effort. Like the community itself is, you have everyone coming from a different walk of life. Even, seeing the experience here, just to have anybody show up that didn't know any of us, like this guy named Tom. He goes by Nostra Thomas 1X, but he thought he had gotten scammed because all he heard was we were going to be in Cancun. He heard about the website, how to purchase his tickets. I don't know if he paid an XRP or used the credit card platform that Free World created for us, but he showed up. And when he showed up, he had still not spoken to any of us. And he was like, man, I got scammed. He called his boy. He was like, I got scammed. And the only reason he found out where we were was when he came down to one of the conference rooms and we were, going over a lot of what we were going to do for the week. And it was a really, really good experience. Once he got there, he was like, man, he found this community. And it's things like that when they happen, it just shows you that you're aligning yourself with the right people.
Yeah. It's funny. I thought I got scammed. He saw everybody. He was like, whoa. He was overwhelmed. Whoa, that's you? I love that. I love that experience, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Stone. Shout out to Lady K, hosting Coffee and Crypto. They do an amazing job. Shout out to Corn. Corn also, he does a lot of technical analysis early in the morning. He does his shows Mondays and Wednesdays. Keita was there. She had products for the hotels, actually, including gift bags. So they got her beef tallow down there too.
Now you just rubbing it in.
No, I wanted because you said about the people and who it is, and we like I said, TruFi does. We have resources, but the resources just come from us really hanging out with the community. Opti brought us in when Steak and I were really, really new. And Stone, actually Stone invited me to a poker game, and that's how we started to get cool. Next thing you know, like I said, we were going to all the events. So I really got to give those guys a bunch of credit. And Steak, the CEO and my brother from the International Bullish family, he, wanted us to go ahead and start doing these spaces. And it's led to so many things. On Sundays, we talk heavy with the fine arts community. So anybody from Chewy to Dale to Sun, who's done a number of projects for us, Boat Ski, Abro, SM Marvel, Super Blessings, Wealth Bless. I have to give her a shout out because I was supposed to talk about her at the conference and I wasn't able to. She implored us to help her find a way to launch her first NFT project. And the premise behind it is her mom had breast cancer. And when her mom had breast cancer, ultimately she ended up passing away. It was very, very sorry to hear that, Wealth Bless. But her mission now is to go to hospitals in Nigeria. And when she goes to the hospital, she shows how she's supporting individual patients there, captures pictures and video. And what she's doing with her NFT project is a portion of what her first mint. She has a mint right now of 10 one of ones. The artist that created the artwork behind it, they're splitting the revenue with patients and projects that support breast cancer awareness. So big shout out to them. So that's kind of where our niche is right now. We're just finding those people in the community that want their projects out there. They've never launched an NFT before, and how do they get it to market? So that's some of the stuff we work on also.
Okay. With some of your experience, what have been like the best, I don't want to say the best NFT project, but the best or a great NFT project that had utility? Can you give us an example of one? But you can't use Kita, man, because I know she got everything. Right? Yeah, go ahead. If it's Kita, it's Kita. You know?
Yeah. Let's see. So we had the project with Sun and Boatski, and some people come to somebody in the community and they're like, well, you need to talk to TruFi. So Boatski TV wanted to figure out how to get an NFT project off the ground. They didn't have an artist. They didn't know what they wanted to do with it. Kita talked to Sun. Sun is an amazing artist. Most of her work is on I Am Collectibles, XRP Cafe, and Lady Cafe also. She's from Ecuador. Very, very beautiful woman. Both, in life and in business. She shows up on her spaces, everything like that. But long story short, the idea was to put together a collection. The collection will be tied to a music NFT. And in the mint process, one lucky person would win an all expenses paid trip to XRP Las Vegas. So once we put all the players together, we kind of we wrote out how the project should look, created the roles for everybody. Everybody went to work. That collaborative effort brought a $5,000 grand prize package to one lucky person to get out to XRP Las Vegas. So that was a real world assets coming together, and they get to own something, and they also got to experience XRP Las Vegas.
Okay, now to put you on the spot, can you drop the link so I can show it to everybody?
Oh, for the artwork?
Yeah, for a project. Yeah, we get love here, bro. We're not greedy,
right,
bro.
I'll pull it up, and then what I'll put it in the StreamYard chat.
Yeah, you can share it, or we can share it. It's up to you.
All right. Yeah. We actually got a song for that collection, man. It was it came out pretty good.
We'll play it if you got it.
Yeah, it's on one of the NFTs. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up here.
Yeah, man. Hey, don't be greedy on this show, man. We
I know, but I don't. I guess some of it, anything if I'm involved, I'm not really shilling it, right? So it's like Keita and them tell me to talk your stuff, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. But yeah, it was myself. It was Boatski, it was Steak on there, Keita, SM Marvel, Prashino songs. You guys heard of Prashino songs, and John O, who was an artist that was discovered by Stone. And man, he's just amazing talent. He improvs like the best of them. Anytime somebody's in a room, he'll come in a room and just light it up with his positive energy. He's also from Nigeria, man. There's so many talented people over in Nigeria, and I know some of them have a stigma because of rug pulls and operations that really didn't reflect what the blockchain community is about. But really a lot of good people over in Nigeria as well. Big shout out to Shiny Girl, big shout out to Prashino and Solid Beats, who worked on that song with Keita, as well as myself. Man, and Sun did some amazing artwork for that as well. But I sent you a link for I Am Collectibles, and if you look at that collection there, the XRPL Las Vegas collection was one we put together. There was another one we did earlier, but this is, if you look at that artwork, you can see those were all one-of-one images that Sun created, and we sold out. It was how many? I think the XRPs were like 20 each, something like that.
Ooh,
that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they had the song should play. No. The song is a separate collection. I gotta put that up there. That's right. Because we didn't know we were gonna have the song actually attached to the NFTs. So what we did was we did it as a gift to the community. So anybody that purchased the NFT,
this collection is sold out.
Yeah, it sold out.
It mixed it out.
Yeah, it minted out. And what we did was we gave everybody that minted one of those NFTs a song for free. And I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I might be able to play it from here. I don't know, because if you don't have one, I can send you one. Give me, you got an R address? I'll send you one right now. And then you'll be able to play it.
Look at this, man.
So Gmoney, tell me a little bit about what you've been up to since you know, you found, how did you find Web3? I love asking the people that are asking the questions a little bit about themselves, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I go back a ways. So I jumped in right around, I want to say 2014, 2015, right at Bitcoin being about 250.
Yeah.
That's when I got introduced to it. And I started kind of, you know, doing a little bit of research. I found out about XRP. And then when I read its white paper, and then when I found out about ISO 222, I was like, oh, this is serious, because I was in government contracting at the time, and everything we were doing in government is ISO, right? So I was like, wait, this stuff is ISO? I'm like, nah, man. Yes, it was. And then it listed out to certain cryptos. And then I just, you know, it just kind of hit me. I said, well, you know what? Maybe I need to learn more, and just kind of self-education, going to the different websites, understanding the different platforms, also losing as well, right? You know, going through the experience of getting got, and then understand how, you know, the web was transforming, right, or evolving, and, you know, this thing called Web3. And then, you know, so for me, my journey started right around 2014, 2015, and I've been immersed in it ever since. I'm an advocate. I'm an evangelist. I tell people, you need to get in. Everybody who would listen, you need to get in now, because when the powers that be hit that switch, there is going to be the great divide. Right. And by the time the general population gets onto it, you know, you're going to be in fractional shares of something that you could have got for 50 cents or $1 or 80 cents before. Now it's hundreds of dollars. And now you're like, well, when did this happen? And as I tell Fuma all the time, I said, you know what they were going to do? They were going to do it right in front of our faces. They were going to change our financial infrastructure in front of our faces. But I said, we wouldn't be paying attention, because there's going to be a lot more distractions.
Absolutely.
Right? War, entertainers and their foolishness. Like, you know, just all this stuff that's distractions to the general masses. And I'm like, yep, they're doing it. It's happening. So,
yep. That's good, man. So you go back. So you were early Bitcoin days. I remember Engadget. It's a website called Engadget. It's like one of the ones that pretty much are up on any tech that's emerging, or in just news and tech. And when they started talking about that, you know, I think Bitcoin was like $15, and I was hearing about the guy with the pizzas and everything. And I'm like, nah, this is funny money. And had I just studied a little bit more, man, so I was late. Yeah, and then I ended up getting quite a bit of Bitcoin, and got with a South African trading firm. Well, they posed as one, and lost about, I don't even want to tell you guys. The equivalent was pretty ugly of the amount of Bitcoin that was traded, that was actually in my wallet, and then to just watch it disappear when you're actually trying to extract and you're homesick with COVID, and you're just looking at it sit there, and then it never goes to where your external wallet is.
Oh,
heartbreaking, man.
But Mr. Zamn, that gives you the stripes to say you've been, you know, you've learned, right? You lost, you learned. I think Fuma and I have multiple stripes from Voyager to Polynex to Bitrex. I've been there. I've gotten a message on my phone, even with two-factor authentication. I'm like, what do you mean I sold? Sold what?
Oh, no.
They got me like that. And Mr. Zamn, so check this out. I had Digibyte when it had about 10 zeros in front of it.
Goodness gracious.
Right? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it. It has 10 zeros. I said, let me get it, hold it. But I left it on Bitrex. And I had a two-factor authentication on.
But, oh, you had it on Bitrex?
Yeah, I had it on Bitrex. So I'm sitting I'm somewhere in the evening, maybe a happy hour or something. I get a vibration, sold. I'm like, did I? I don't recall doing it. So I didn't get on my phone. As soon as I got home that night, zero. So I hit them up. I'm like, what happened? Oh, you sold it. No, I didn't. And they were like, well, did you have two-factor authentication turned on? I'm like, yes. And then within 30 days, they were gone. They had a whole bunch of back doors open on their platform. So the two-factor authentication didn't matter.
Yeah. Bittrex was one of the ones, man. Like you went there, you got your Bitcoin.
You got everything and anything
you
on that
wanted.
platform. Yes. And I wasn't into the cold storage at the time. So I was like believing the platforms. I was drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, these platforms are safe.
They love you.
Authentication. And biggest lie, man. So I got there. I got on Polynex because I was like, I'm not using Bittrex. I'm going to Polynex. Same thing happened.
Yeah.
Same thing happened. And I was like, man, what's going on? So then I was like, okay, woosah, calm down. Where, how can you hold your crypto and be safe?
Yeah.
So at that time, I jumped on the Coinbase and I was there, I'm like, okay, US-based company, it has controls, but I'm like, wait, these other companies are all US-based too, but I was Coinbase. And then I think out of a conversation that Fuma and I was having on a group chat, we were like, yo, investments, crypto. And I was like, what you know about crypto? He's like, what you know about crypto?
So you guys were friends before, like blockchain didn't bring you guys together.
No, we've been friends for 30 years.
Oh, snap. This is good. This is beautiful.
We never talked about it until we got in this investment kind of group chat. And I was like, oh, we got to get into crypto. He puts the big eyeballs. It's like, what you know about crypto? I'm like, what you know about? So then we pulled it off on a side discussion. I was like, yeah, man, blah, 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 XRP. He was like, XRP, that's me. I'm like, ever since that, we just took off.
We was telling people, I was telling people, yo, you need to put a mortgage on your house. You get this. If you buy it now, I guarantee you in a year, you're going to be able to pay off your house. And this was like at 17 cents.
Yeah. When COVID hit, we were in the group and we were like, listen, stop going to Starbucks. Just sacrifice something so that you'll see the gain later. Dollar cost average. And people like, nah, that's crazy. This crypto thing, I'm like, I said, there's a reason why it's here. Yeah. Trust me. And they ain't listen. I was like, I can't force people to do what they want to do.
Right.
So, of course, this is like 2020. Was it 2021?
Yeah, that's when the market was suppressed. Yeah.
We're talking 5 years ago where everyone is still thinking crypto is for criminals. So now it's in the news and they, don't worry about it, dog. Good.
I just shake my head. I'm like, no.
And it's the funny thing is, a lot of things that we were taught years ago to actually see the opposite happening. And now, all these initiatives in blockchain leading the way, it just makes you really question everything.
Sam, put that in your note. We can't talk about it on air, but me and him talk about what we were taught, and we have a very interesting conversation. We'll have to pull it offline. We can't do that one online.
All right. Yeah. I have some notes from Cancun actually that probably will be of interest to you guys, and I don't want to mess it up on the show because it's a little spicy.
Oh,
a little spicy.
No more, no strikes, no strikes.
But listen, to everybody that's out here watching and listening, Gmoney, Fuma, they're going to be here for you. When all else fails, and a lot of the people that are just not doing what they need to do aren't there anymore because they've made what they want to make, and they don't really support the community the way that people like Fuma and Gmoney do.
Man,
please just tap in with them because they're going to be so beneficial to what you do in your life. And it's important that we have figures like that because for the few of us that are here today, when there's masses here and you won't have access to these guys the same way. Just understand the position that you're in right now. It is truly, truly important, and it means a lot.
Man, you know, it's funny you say that. The person I'm about to speak about, I'm not gonna say the person's name, but he's no longer around, period. He was one of these early people I had met. Like when I say early, very early met. And it was just like that. Like he woke up one day and was like, I'm not messing with this. I'm gonna go do this over this blockchain. I don't care about that. I don't care about the people over there. And it bounced out.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then that kind of shocked me because I was like, I see this dude on YouTube every night. You know, I see him on certain shows. And I was like, and then that kind of like, man, is this how a lot of people are? So it just took through the years, I just kind of tried to see who's who, how they gonna be around, what is their role, and so forth. So I can kind of tell now who gonna be around, who not.
Yeah.
You know, but I think a lot of people get $100 XRP.
Yeah,
and you make a lot of people in.
You know, my position is if you're willing to listen, I'm willing to talk.
Right.
And I'm willing to help you all the way through. So for example, I'll give you a good example. My stepsister, uber conservative, right? Uber conservative financially. And then, you know, I'm talking about crypto. I'm like, look, you need to get into it. You need to look at it. You really need to consider it because as you can see, as you read these tea leaves, they're devaluing the fiat dollar.
Yes.
I said, you're not in anything digital. Please get in something digital. You know, she came, she got a wallet, and I set her up. And I'm like, okay, figure out the projects you like. Here are the projects that I am fully vested in, that I believe, and I don't trade. As I tell anybody, I'll tell you too, I don't do leveraging. I'm not day. For me, it's strictly dollar cost average into the crypto tokens and coins that I believe in. That's
Absolutely.
it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I read the candle and the trend and the X pass cross. I'm selling all of it.
All in TA, man. Yeah.
Zamn, I'm not doing that.
Okay. All right. Respect.
So I told her, I said, you know, figure out the thing. So she started researching. She loves quant. She's into Bitcoin. She's into XRP and XLM. Like those are kind of her top four. And she's slowly educating herself. And then she realized when she went to her own financial advisor before, he was like, no, don't get into crypto. Now the same financial advisor is like, yeah, well, we got these crypto ETFs.
Exactly.
And I'm like, and I told her, I said, yeah, the ETFs are nice, but it's not yours. Right? You need to own it. So, you know, slow adoption. But my whole thing is, you know, as long as you're willing to listen and to have an open mind, I'm willing to talk and help you.
That's beautiful, man. We're going to need that. A lot of people are going to need that. I see IBD and Angus Grim now too. I love their comments. I see you guys got good comments coming in, man. Shout out to IBD Cartel.
Yeah, man. We got it. So I made your character. Did you want me to make you another character?
Yeah, so that PFP is a represent the duck thing. So we are heavy affiliated with Ugly Duck Society, and they're Ethereum based.
Okay.
So the duck is one of many that TruFi has in their treasury. The good thing about Ugly Duck Society is, you know, they have RWAs also. They have a drunken lab experience. So you go to LA, you go to Miami, go to Texas, Atlanta, or New York, you can go there and have the time of your life for an hour where you have drinks, but you also do science experience. So that's the science experiences. Experiment, sorry. So that's why they call it the drunken lab. And you know, Scrooge and his
you know what I'm gonna ask you, right?
What's that?
Can we see their webpage?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I gotta get you. I'm talking these links up, but big shout out to Scrooge and Mother Duck and Shiny Girl and Jurgen and man, too many good people. C Stacks, JPZ, Lambkin, you know, Art. There's some really, really good people in the Ugly Duck Society community, man. And they sell the ducks. They were sitting dormant for a while, like 600, 700 ducks minted. And then there's been a wave that has recently caught on with them, and they're over 1.2K in the last 3 weeks. So they got a lot of motion right now. Really good project. Not only that, they can help you get to their experience in El Salvador at the
Yeah.
Bitcoin Mansion. They also have UDS Fat, and what UDS Fat is, they can go to restaurants and collect the cooking oil and take the cooking oil back to refineries. They have a course that you can do that on your own as well. TruFi is a part of that now also. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. A lot of stuff going on with those guys too. The actual mascot that TruFi uses right now is uh, a rendition of this guy that's behind me. So we use Sentinels, and the Sentinels just represent, that Iron Man strength. So it's not just us. If you looked at Iron Man 3, there's like a team of Sentinels. So anybody that, we work with, we build up, and we want to make, just a ton of Sentinels for anybody that has a project, anybody that's looking to make moves in Web3, or sorry, Web 2.28, wherever we're at right now, G-Money. But we just going to keep continuing to build up this thing as much as possible. I don't know why their site is down at the moment.
Oh, don't worry about it. So for everybody who's wondering, this is TruFi's site. I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you guys if I haven't already. I already did it. I will tell you guys, this is one of the sites I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to just give you the tea from Fuma. This is one of them sites. This is what's going to happen. Crypto's going to boom. You're going to have money. And then you're going to like, hey, I have this business, but I'm going to need someone to help me to get from the 2.0 or directly to the 3. You need to have this. The reason why I'm telling you is I haven't met anyone else who's doing it. I met one other company kind of guy. He was just doing some stuff with the blockchain, but not like this. So this is why I brought him on the show, because I was like, hey, we need to get this out in front of now. So everybody out there from Cryptotherapy, Fuma, and whoever watches or comes across this knows who to contact. Because when things go and they boom, what happens is the people who dabble, who never really touched it, who are GPTing, are going to try to get your business, and then you're going to have a product or a service you're not going to like. So you want to get the people who are early in the game doing it, who are at the actual XRP Las Vegas, between the meetups and the convention itself, who are actually heavily involved in doing the dev stuff there, where you can say, oh, this group is heavily there. No, these are all the people he's mentioned to you guys. These are the people I met when I was in Vegas. So that's why I brought him here for you guys, so you guys can at least have some reference material to say, well, I think it was Cryptotherapy number 10. We just need to go find that video. And the guy we need to get in touch with is in that video. Right. So that's just, so I always have ulterior motives sometimes, Mr. Zamn. So
I appreciate it, man. That's such a really, really great plug. And we really appreciate the support. Like you from day one, you were the first person I actually got on camera interview with you, Marvin, and Nina, and I had no idea. I actually had to take a bourbon drink before because I was so nervous. And we talked to World B3, but Steak was like, "Nah, we gotta get out there. We gotta get out there." And I'm like, "Bro, that's not me." But working with IMU TV, who we had up earlier, who facilitated that NFT collection, and many since then. Like they've grown to support the fine arts community in a tremendous way. They have some new things that they're working on right now that support artists on a different level, and actually led to a song we recently released. It was myself, XRP Man, who does a lot of tech services for everybody, up and down the board. You want something created? He actually helped build our website. He's a genius on so many levels, but he's also a great composer and engineer. And he did a song with myself, Boo, and there's 2 versions. So we did an NFT for 3 legends with Boo and one with Spiffy. The actual version that Timberland and Orbit's team heard was we were lucky enough to actually be voted in as one of the contestants for a contest, and this contest is going to go down to like 10 people, I think, and it's the group of 10 will actually compete, and if they have enough votes, And mind you, each person that votes has a chance to win $5,000. But on top of that, if our song makes it to the finals, it'll actually be on Timbaland's new album. So we're in the process of doing that too. So there's always stuff cooking. And Kita's song, "The Way You Move," was the version with her and Pacino. They also considered. So we're both going to be competing each other starting August 18th. But anybody that votes has a chance to win $5K on top of that. And you can use that to, get some crypto if you're not in it.
Yeah, is there a link for that? Because everybody.
It doesn't go live yet, but okay. I'll make sure as soon as the link is live and votes light up, I'll make sure that you guys have the link, man.
Hey, watch this. Cartel, I got you, bro. I was thinking the same thing, Cartel. I was thinking Cartel, I'm gonna put what he said, man. Okay. You said that, I was like, yeah, Cartel, like me. Hey, we needs that link.
yeah, definitely get that to you guys. I think it's gonna be a tough competition. It's global, but to just be considered, to be a candidate for what's coming up is kind of cool. The song is dope. I think I have this link for the song. You could play that song. I don't know if you played it before, but I do have a link to that.
Are you guys gonna put your songs in the videos and put them on the YouTube or something like that?
Yeah, that's coming. We started doing some AI development because some of the content in the track is definitely worth animation, especially like Boo's version. Spiffy was more grimy with his version, but he definitely did a great job as well. But XRP Man and I are like putting the finishing touches on that video. But him and I have like 8 songs together at this point. So we're just trying to figure out how to release those also.
Bro, I tell you what you do. We get that Fuma exclusive.
Fuma exclusive? But you can play it. You can play it because he has his website is xrpman.xyz, and actually all the songs are there. So
because I tell you what, I do Monday nights, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday music.
Okay.
Right? And then we can play them on all that. And if you got a video, I put them in the lineup. Yeah. And then what I do is I'll put you in the lineup. It goes in the description. I play it. I even have a music playlist I built for all the shows. So if someone watched the show and they're like, oh man, I was in that show, they can go to the music playlist, play it, and then from there drill down back to your site and hook up and get off your site and stuff.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we'll send it over. Honestly, it's been such a blur this past year that I think that's the one thing that we've really been struggling with and lacking on is actual video content for the songs. But they've come together incredibly well. We haven't, you'll see. They're not all to the point that, because I'm used to mix and mastering them all to a level where they should just be pristine, but they're, you can be the judge of it, but it has a nice little, we got a nice little motion with them.
And let me make sure I got that in chat. We'll play something.
You could play the 3 Legends down there. You could play the Boo edition. He released some other songs on his own. Ride Would Be is the one with Kita. Friday Night Fiesta, we usually play on a space on Friday night. Steak and Bakes Friday Fiesta. That's also where we get to hear about a lot of projects too, because people will just come on the show and naturally talk about what they're working on organically. And then we'll just collab with people right in the room, or we'll point to some of the people that are really, really good fit for something that somebody else is looking for. And that's the beauty about the Friday Night Fiesta and the Sunday Sesh that Steak also hosts on Sundays from 10 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern.
I was on it. I was listening to the XRPL After Dark.
Yeah. XRPL After Dark. That was like the first one we did. That one. We did Shadow Watch recently. XRP After Dark really, really kind of hit right away, so it kind of made people pay attention to us a little bit. But yeah, it's been fun, man.
Which one would you like me to start with? Fade Away?
Now play 3 Legends. Being that the competition's coming up, we're going to need some votes on that, so you can play 3 Legends. Yep.
Why unite low light, just living the dream. He's a killer once again, locked in on the scene. Double time on the dime, yeah, I'm bringing that swing. Snap, snap, hat tap, yo, the rhythm I bring. Born in the swamp, it's my home, that's a fact. So regard what we build, keep it solid, no cracks. Let your work head first, I don't flex, I verify. If it's fake, I don't make, I don't let it multiply. Grasp me and keys to sand, feel the tension, then release. Two step, I regress, turn the battle into deep. I'm not here for the noise, I'm the note in the dark. When the chorus starts striking, I'll be raising the ball. XRPL in my veins, I'm the flame with control. Keep the groove, keep the groove, keep the trust line whole. If the beat drops slow, I go high. You're born, let the strong let the sax ride. Sax talk, dark keys, make the whole room slide. Three legends, one swing, let the rhythm decide. Step quick, breathe slow, let the bass line hit. One legend, no fade, yeah, the coast stay lit. XRPL got the music and we keep it real clean. Horns up in the air, yo, the boss ain't me. Hands up, head nod, let the night move right. XRPL got the music, yeah, we dance to the night.
RCK, Boo and Zamn battle to destroy the evil forces of the crypto tribe. Vintage cassette sound beat gets from the deck. Frequencies we protect with the best, like Mitchell and Ness. Beat nuts of the future, we reign with the tech. Born in Ill-Town, Jersey, more than beside With peace from prospects, we're not here to impress. We drop these rhymes like it's needed. What more you expect? Rock the audience at bleachers, white out effects. A blizzard and a sandstorm, we cold like that. This is TruFi management, lucid effects. Nostalgia when it's triggered, let DOS effects. Riggedy raggle your decks, the same men are buying tokens. Internal combustion, master degree explosion. Infernal machines, yet the mic stays clean. You know what I mean.
Sax talk, dark keys, make the whole room slide. Three legends, one swing, let the rhythm decide. Step quick, breathe slow, let the bass line hit. One legend, no fade, yeah, the coast stay lit. XRPL got the music and we keep it real clean. Horns up in the air, yo, the boss ain't me. Hands up, head nod, let the night move right. XRPL got the music, yeah, we dance through the night.
Shit. I remember. Man, it's a little hazy. Man, I remember, man. Okay. I remember I was counting on the digits and I'm coming with arithmetic. Moving with precision since I was a little simple kid. Playing stick ball with my friends, what a life we lived. I didn't understand back then, but what a gift. Now I smoke six cause life getting heavy. I tried to plead the fifth, but the cops wouldn't let me. The gas getting kicked and I'm pushing on the Chevy. I think it got hit cause the idiot wasn't ready. It's time to get my hustle on, Ed and Eddie. XRP, baby, yeah, I'm chasing for the fatty. Outlaw good, got currency steady. Outlaw good, got currency steady.
Dark keys, make the whole room slide. Three legends, one swing, let the rhythm decide. Step quick, breathe slow, let the bass line hit. One legend, no fade, yeah, the coast stay lit. XRPL got the music and we keep it real clean. Horns up in the air, yo, the boss ain't me. Hands up, head nod, let the night move right. XRPL got the music, yeah, we dance through the night.
The culprit known as XRP ran over Officer Bucktooth Slag. The car was reported stolen. Did he base his purchases through something called XRP? Yeah, we can't track him, sir.
Bro, hold on. I gotta be quiet to myself for a second. That's fly. How long has that song been out? Okay, you're on mute.
Appreciate that, man. Seriously. We dropped that NFT in June. It's on I Am Collectibles right now. This and we did the spiffy version on I Am Collectibles. And then that Boo version that you heard, we did on Lady Cafe, which is Lady Dev's, their cafe, their website.
So I'm not trying to be that guy.
Yeah. Oh, put the link up. I'll put the link up.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but yo, like, This is the stuff we like on these shows.
That's
Right.
what's up, man. That's
And
what's
if
up.
we could get the word a little earlier, I think we'd all be appreciative, you know.
Yeah,
I see. I'm gonna have to call you every Friday now.
Nah,
I'm gonna have to have a
man.
beverage. I'm gonna call you every Friday about 11. You know.
Yeah, we got to catch up on doing more content. But right now we've been really focused on what this first vote is going to be.
Mhm.
Also, you know, with Cancun, we wanted to make sure that we put every ounce of effort we had into it, along with the team there. Again, those guys are tremendous. Sholo, they hosted an incredible event. We did it during Lionsgate Portal. They went to Chichen Itza today to the pyramid. I wasn't able to make that because I had to get back from my grandson's birthday. But it was also Lady K's birthday, so they're down there celebrating now, having a great time. And next year we're planning on doing it probably when it's a little bit cooler, so right around October, Halloween time. So we're really going to start ramping up efforts, making people aware. We're going to structure payment plans where anybody from XRPL community, whatever blockchain you're on, if you love blockchain, you just want to come have a good time, bring the fam out. We're going to have a really big experience next year. There's going to be a stage that we'll be able to perform at right on the beach. We scouted the entire site out, man. It was really cool down there. It was really good time. It was safe. We got taxied from airport to resort. Didn't even have to leave the resort. Everything was right there for you. And we had a good time. They played some of our music, like Keith's song got to play. Melissa's Dipito songs played. John O's song got played. So anybody that we're hanging out with, man, we're just trying to bring awareness to the community any way possible.
Man, that I can't wait. We're not gonna play the other songs tonight, y'all, because I need some content. Because you just qualified for a thing I said last week. So I said yesterday, I literally said, if you don't come to our chat and if you're not on the show, we ain't gonna play your music. So you got 2 days and we're not playing your music. So
that's only right.
So this Monday and Wednesday is dedicated only to people who've come on the show who have been in the chat to play their music. So we got some talented people in the chat too who've been making music. So we've been playing theirs as well. But that's phenomenal. So you qualify. We'll be playing your music. So,
I appreciate it, man. That's cool. And you guys have played some really dope artists in their tracks. Like we love, you know, I love personally just hearing people really stepping up their game, whether it's blockchain music. I love blockchain music that doesn't sound like blockchain music. Like you don't have to, you know, you're not expecting or anticipating what they're going to say next because it's that, basic, right? But yeah, it's some really dope artists you guys have had on your show.
Bro, I tell you what I did once, and I was like, the first time I did it, I was like sitting there, you know, compiling the show earlier, and I was like, man, I really like country music. People don't know this about me, but I really like country music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably did if you came to Vegas and see me go to the country bar.
Yeah. I was like, what's Fuma doing in there?
Yeah, people know me like that dude is really into some country music, man. He I tell people, I'm not what I look like.
Facts. There's more than meets the eye right there, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, that's complicated. No, it's not. We just gonna go do this. So I was like, I found some country crypto music. And the first experience I had with country crypto music was Berserker and those guys came out with a song Country Crypto. And that was like one of my favorite songs for a long time. Like, yo, play country crypto, where the fact where he got tired of me asking. He never said it to my face. But I know he got tired of me asking. He was like, fine, here go to YouTube link. So I had went on and I found this, Bitcoin Records had a lot of country music. And I was like, I gotta play this tonight. Let me see I don't know how it's gonna go with the crowd, but I'm gonna do it. And I dropped it. And everybody was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that. And I'm not into EDM music, but I am now that it's got crypto in it.
Yo, Fitzy has good EDM right now. One of the owners at IMU TV, another one of the founders, Niall Cottrell, he's been doing EDM. Rob Nichols and Rob, they're crushing it. They continue to crush it with Roz Claus, him and Slim the Boss. They actually host educational spaces now on Sunday afternoons where they're teaching the history, the origins of music genres. So they did hip hop first. They're on rock and roll now. They touched on jazz, and I think they're getting back to it pretty soon. But they have a good time in those rooms too, and they actually have a period where there's dialogue between two people that talk about a lot of the key players that put themselves in position to help those genres become what they are. And really, really good educational spaces, man. But they make some tremendous music too. I gotta get you some Ross Clouds music. They haven't really released that many yet, but yeah, I mean, the whole ecosystem, man, is just doing some really, really big things.
That's why, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gmoney, you got some key questions? Or what you got, man? Because I got more, but keep going.
Nah, man. I'm just listening. Definitely a fan of the music. That was some really good music.
I appreciate it.
I'm waiting for some crypto house music coming out. I don't know who's out there doing the house. I'm just waiting for that. Waiting for that.
I just heard some Christian house music, and I was blown away. Did you hear that yet?
No.
Ooh.
Oh man, a friend of mine, Lisa, she sent me a track. I was like, this is old school house music, but they're praising the Lord. It's super cool.
Let me get a copy. I'll play
it. It's somewhere on YouTube. I'll get it there though. I'll get you there.
That's what we say prayers on these shows, so we don't
care. And like even with Fuma, like in country music, I tell everybody people are multifaceted. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what people get into, what they like.
Absolutely.
So it's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me ask the question. I gotta ask the key questions. What are your top 5 coins? Your top 5 favorites?
Top 5 favorites.
What are your top 5 favorites that you really believe in?
All right. So we do a lot of work with the this crew. So they're up there. I don't know if you can see it.
No, you got to say, who is it?
Hedera.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta keep going, but I gotta ask you about them guys. Keep going.
Yeah. We went to HederaCon this year. That was right before Consensus. They're really, really great group down there. Of course, X is number 1. Stellar's there. H bar. The rest, they're all like it depends, right? So I still like Algo. I don't know why, but I still like Algo. I think there's promise there. I like Canton. I have some Canton too.
You got like the prices right now.
Yeah, well, you don't like prices, right? But like, I don't even look anymore. It's just all right. Well, I have another opportunity to buy more. Okay,
you're a fat bag right now, buddy.
Yeah. I had a couple, man. Honestly, it's just so many. I've diversified to the point where if I don't name them, it's only because I'm just slowly DCAing right now. And then as things evolve over the next 2 years, I probably will have a difference of opinion on who's doing what. It to me, it's more about where you are today and where you're going to be 2 years from now. But off the bat, those are my 3 or 4 favorites. After that, it's just, no, I'm lying. I like, it depends on what wallet. It really depends on what wallet, I tell you. It's either Uphold, you got your Arculus wallets, it depends on what I have in that cold wallet. You'll see a different top 5.
He says, my Decent looks like this, my Ellie Pal looks like this.
Right.
He spread the bag. You don't leave it all in one place. You see, you heard what happened recently with that one cold store that got broken into, but people doing it right, and it's still we talked about that yesterday or the day before
yesterday, man.
That was tragic. I didn't hear the whole story. I just heard that even with 2FA or whatever, it didn't matter. There was still a way to extract.
Yeah, there was a back door through them into people's cold storage wallets.
Yeah, that joke. I think like they could recover the seed phrases or something.
They got everything. Like as I was saying yesterday, some people lost 600,000. One guy lost a whole Bitcoin, and it took him 7 years. We just hearing the stories, and it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like you, Mrs. Zamn, you spread it out. Spread it out.
Yeah.
You know.
It's important to have multiple ways to protect something, even if it's 30%. You know, at least that 30% has a better chance of surviving than you have it all in one location and then just lose it all. Then you're pulling your hair out. But you have to spread it out. And then also, you know, I know you guys probably told your audience that before, but if it's a wallet, you know, you're not going to need to pull anything from, those are the safer ones because they never transact onto the ledger. So if you could just send it there and just let it sit for 5-7 years, do that, man. It's in your best interest.
So I've coined a term, Mr. Zamn. It's called frozen wallet. I've coined that.
There you go.
I got to keep saying it because I know it's going to hit mainstream one day. I'm like, yeah, I got a frozen wallet too. And I'm like, that was me. That was me.
There you go.
That was me.
Gmoney, trademark it. Let's go.
You know?
We'll talk about trademark it in the back. Right, Fuma?
Yeah. So, oh man. Yeah, it's a tragedy. You know, that is one of my fears is that they start cracking cold wallets, right? Whether it be a Decent, a Ledger, and just they start going ham, and then all of a sudden, you can't hold anybody accountable or anything accountable. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say those platforms, they're always doing security checks. Part of their active management of making sure that protection. You know, and I know there's a lot of obscure cold storage wallets out there, but I need to know you have enough money that you're actually testing your hardware on a regular basis and you're finding holes and you're plugging them. And you don't have to tell me that you're doing it, but as long as I know that you're doing it and I'm getting these firmware updates like, oh yeah, security patch.
Yeah.
But no, it is definitely scary.
All right, let's do a wrap up if you guys don't mind. Well, first I have to say, Mr. Zamn, thank you for taking your time out to come out here.
Thank you, man. I'm always honored, Fuma. Seriously, I know a little bit about your background. You know, you shared open and honestly in the past, and if people just knew a portion of how great a gentleman you are, sir.
Y'all are good.
and now that I know you and Gmoney been friends for 30+ years, like, come on, man. You guys are the truth. And I couldn't be more honored because I had no idea what to expect tonight. But I really, really enjoyed my time talking to both of you. You guys continue to crush it. Seriously.
So, well, first, thank you, man. Because in case y'all don't know, there's been times I call Mr. Zamn. It'd be like 11:30 at night. I'd be having beverage. I'd be like, damn it, I ain't got to talk to my man.
We had such a good time in Vegas, bro. Like, we didn't even have to talk. We were just looking at each other and certain things were happening around us and we understood. Like, it was like we were talking, you know, telekinetically. Like, it was crazy.
Hey, man, at least you're not getting threatened out in Vegas, right? Y'all had to be there to hear the stories and stuff.
Right.
Hey, Gmoney, I don't know if I told you that, but we ain't gonna talk about it here. We'll pull it offline. We'll get on some sellies. We'll talk about what happened. You'll laugh your ass off, bro.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, so let's wrap it up. I want to ask you this. We're in August. I know you're busy. Can I get you back in September? Or at least
September is great. That'll be really good. Steak's mom, my mom, are both having some major surgery, so we're gonna kind of just slow down operations for a minute. Keep the things that we're working on, you know, those will be all we focus on at the moment, but we want to kind of give both of our moms the attention that they're going to need. So mid-September is probably a really, really good time for us to catch up. There's going to be a lot going on.
Okay, because my general idea is so simple. The people who are out there in the trenches doing the work, doing the projects, I would like for them to always have a place to go that says, hey, look what we're doing, take a look at this, and rock with us, right? And that's what the show is meant to interview, talk, interact, and to let everybody in the chat know that, you know, there's people out there actually doing work that we all know that you should get to know. And the difference between, you'll see this and other shows is, you know, we really interact with our chat. We really rock with them. Like half of them are admins.
Right. Strong, man. I'm reading the comments, loving them, man. Very, very inspirational guys, and able to talk about their projects too, and it gives me points of reference too. Yeah.
We'll like Cartel's got music. We play his music. Romeo's not in here tonight, but Romeo, we play his videos. I know you've seen his.
Yeah,
he got some fire. Of course, Crypto Tales. Anyone else? We got another guy. I think his name is Tron. He has that XRP song that we played the other night. So we got some stuff, man. We got some stuff. Hey Remy, I can't play Cartel tonight, man. I need all his music for Monday. Matter of fact, Cartel, I need you to go put your music back up that you took down. So because you killed the catalog. But yeah. Oh, what's going on, Chicken? So wow, man. And so here's the thing. You met some of these people like Chicken 415. He was there that night at the suite.
Oh,
him and DCA, they were there.
Yeah.
So I tell you, Big Bro was there. That's my homegirl right there.
Love Big Bro, man.
Yeah, she cool, dog. Like she let me run my mouth one day. Like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do, Mr. Zamn. We rock out like this. I'm gonna give you the spotlight and I'm gonna let you do the closeout. Are you comfortable with that?
I'm never comfortable with it, but we'll see how it works.
And you can say whatever you want. Promote your business, talk about you guys, where people can get in touch with you, what you guys do, whatever you want. It's all you, okay?
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. So Fridays you can catch us. Well, Monday through Friday you can catch us on Coffee and Crypto with Stone, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Those guys are the best. If you want to hear about, up-to-date breaking news, what's happening, and some of the best in the business on blockchain, check those guys out. We're also frequently there, and sometimes you catch us on stage. Sometimes we're just in the audience, but I highly recommend that community. During the week, check the Dipito show out. Check out there on Wednesdays, Digital Ladies Unscripted. We're there with the girls on Monday nights. Woo Woo with Opti will resume in September when she comes off a holiday. And then Thursday is Miss Kita's show, along with she does YouTube and X and broadcasts across multiple channels. Big shout out to Kita and Kita's Brew. Big shout out to Caramia. They do a great drop the mic session. So if all you artists want to come and share your music, check out Caramia and her crew over on X. And then you can check us out on Friday nights. So you come on our show, you want to talk about your project, you want to have fine art that you're working on, you're a musician, any of that, please come on our show Friday nights on X. It's called the Friday Night Fiesta. We usually start at 6 p.m. Eastern. We go till 2 a.m. or more. So we get multiple countries coming as they wake up, which is also fun. We do a great murder mystery. And then Sunday, we have the Sunday Sesh. So that's more focused on AMMs, some things that are happening in the market, but we also focus on the fine art community. And that you can catch us on 10 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate you guys having us on. TruFi, you can find us at TruFi, www.trufidao.com. And if you have a project, anything you're interested in doing, just leave us an email. Our contact information is there. And also, we're on X. So I'm Mr. Zamn on X. Steak and Bake Bully is Steak and Bake, the letter N, Bully on X. And just hit us up, man. We'd be happy to hear about what you're working on, what you want to do. And definitely, if you're thinking about bringing a business from Web 2 to the blockchain, we can definitely help you facilitate that. Fuma and Gmoney, it's been an honor. You guys are the best in the business. Big shout out to you, because it's not easy to do a show as consistently as you guys do that. So we recognize that as well. And your community is very, very strong. And we appreciate all the support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gmoney, you got anything else, or we'll wrap it up?
We can wrap it up. Thank you very much, good sir. We appreciate you, man. It's been a blast. Looking forward to talking to you some more, man.
Most definitely. And V-Chain, I don't know what they're doing, but they were like an early favorite. So I'll throw that as number 5. I still got a whole, it's on a spread, but yeah, V-Chain is up there.
Okay. Like everything, Mr. Zamn, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you again. Chat, I love you all. Really appreciate you guys. You guys Remember, school starts tomorrow for a lot of kids. Please take it easy on the roads. You know, a lot of parents haven't been back to the school in a while, so give the shorties a chance. All right. Good night, everybody. God bless you. I'll see you all tomorrow night on Fuma Boy'Z. Peace.
Awesome. Good night, guys.
Thanks for joining us on Cryptotherapy 589. If you clicked like and subscribed, you're officially part of the Smart Money crew. Don't forget, we're here every week with fresh insights to keep your crypto game strong. Until next time, stay sharp, stay decentralized.